you can feel the winter is here. So I need to get my stove back functional again. And I was going to cast a riser, another riser, but I'm trying an alternative this time. I have some refractory board here, and I'm not sure actually what this stuff is. I've had it a long time. It was given to me, and it's high temperature. I think it's about 1200 degrees. Whether it's good enough, I don't know. I've had a blow lamp on it for about 4 minutes and it's just not touched it. So we'll try it. If it fails, it's okay. I can still cast another riser, but I just haven't got time to do it, and I quite fancy this as an alternative method, because if it does work, it's going to be so simple to produce risers, and I'm all about experimenting. So I'm using a combination of this and vermiculite board, and I'm just going to build the riser up as normal. I am going to create a vortex. I'm going to introduce secondary air, all blah blah blah. I'll get on with it. Opened up the entrance a little bit, cut all that nasty steel away, and this is what I'm thinking. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to build the riser tube out of vermiculite. That's the next step. Riser tube. Put them in just to help or assist that spiralling vortex action. Not taking them to the top. Don't think it needs it. That'll be the little vortex generator and the start of the riser tube. So let's see how this holds up, eh? There we go with that in place. That's the riser tube in place. Right, so I'm just going to light some paper. Let's have a look what happens. What apart from stinking out my shop, you see that? It looks promising, doesn't it? I've cut a little access door on there, which I'm going to screw a plate onto now. That's just to clean out this little kind of exchanger box where the smoke and gases come out and go through into the flue. So and it will also mean I can put a little hoover in there to clean out the flue in a couple of years' time again. Stove's back in place, firebox is fixed on, flue is connected. I've fixed in that bottom section. All I've done is I've put a kind of little brace at the back there, with a little leg running down to the bottom to just kind of hold it in place, pushing it forward and just holding it in place, because I don't really see any great method of fixing this. I need to line the firebox now with vermiculite. Put the grate in. So I'm nearly done. Firebox has been lined with vermiculite and I've pretty much done everything in there. That's all fixed down. Just the riser tube is just literally sitting on the base. I can't see that moving. Time will tell. So I've done top bolted on. I'm going to give it a light and see how it performs. I'm not really expecting anything remarkable to have happened because I've not really done anything other than change this riser, which is very roughly based on the original riser that was in here. So, but we'll see how it'll perform. Well, it's taking that, which is always a good sign. As I've said a couple of times, I really don't know what's going to happen with this this little experimental riser and base. I have no idea. It could fall to pieces after one day's burning. It might last a couple of weeks, I really don't know. But I just, you know, I love experimenting, so I really wanted to see what's going to happen with it. It's kind of, it's I'll show you inside in a minute. It's what I'd call the kind of lazy vortex. I've no gasket around my door. It is working. But as I said, time will tell how long it works for and how it holds up. It's perhaps not as tight, the spiral, as a round tube. I think that seems fairly evident. Although I have opened up the back of the entrance more to let more gases and flame and etc. through. So it's about an inch taller and a little bit wider, this now. The top of this is already getting really hot. But the temperatures in there are really intense, you know, really intense. And whether the refractory material I've used will stand that temperature, we'll see, eh? We'll see. Yeah, them sticks are only just starting to burn now, and already we've got a flame climbing out the top of the riser. Well, can't touch the top. So it's going to work. It is going to work, but how long for? Don't know. I'll burn it for a few minutes and I'll put a bit more wood on. I'll come back and I'll show you if it's still alive. So I've been at it to what, 10 minutes. I just let it burn slowly, almost burn them sticks out. I've put a few skinny little branches in and the temperature has gone berserk. Oh yeah. Fahrenheit, centigrade. That's the camera. Centigrade. 412. Do it again. 419 now, it's rising, or 700, and 89 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's just climbing and climbing. I'm not going to burn it any longer now, I'm just going to leave it. The glass, that's the glass temperature, 511 centigrade, 952 Fahrenheit. That's the glass in the centre of the riser tube. The sides of the rocket are giving off 350 centigrade. Nearly 400 on this side. Well, I'm pleased with it, guys. I don't know how long it's going to last, as I say, but I'm just going to let it burn down now. It's no point looking in the riser tube because it's just yellow. You can't see anything, and it's too hot to put the camera over now. So I've had my tea and come back, guys, and it was just about burning. I've put some more sticks in and logs in. I've got it back up to temperature. I've virtually filled up the firebox. And you can see the mark there, the black marker pen. That was the previous best temperature on the cast riser, and it's actually surpassed that. It's gone past it. So we are getting more heat out of this stove now, and it does not appear to be burning any more fuel, or it doesn't appear to be burning the fuel faster, should I say. It's about the same burn rate as it was before. But yeah, it's very hot, very hot. We're in on the firebox. There's 2 good sized logs in there. I'll take you in and show you the vortexings. I can't stay for long because god damn it is hot. I don't know if you can see anything, can you? It's just like the sun. I think in there the temperature is actually 842 degrees centigrade hotter than the sun, that. And now I've got a hot camera. I did get a mirror and position it over there, but it's cracked the mirror. Where are we? Oh, God, it's hot. 445 degrees centigrade, which is 831 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it is hotter than the last stove, guys. It is hotter. Oh my god, the glass temperature is 500 degrees. My god, that's so hot. You literally can't stand to have your hand above it for very long. It's incredibly hot. Incredibly hot. It's 350 degrees on the sides of the exchanger. It's 380 on this side. Those free air exchangers are pushing out 400 centigrade or 770 Fahrenheit. That's why I said them things, they really throw heat out, they do. Similar on this side here, we're at 400 at the top, sort of 363 degrees, sort of halfway down the riser, the exchanger, sorry. Now the flue temperature, we're at the top of the flue, away from the heat of the stove, we're at 63 centigrade. And I say, if you kind of, it's always a kind of compromise on these rocket stoves, because the more heat you put through them, the more heat you're going to push up the flue. God, the bench, the side of the bench is ridiculously hot. That's the temperature of the side of my bench. It's 114 degrees. It's 237 Fahrenheit. No, you couldn't. I don't want to run it too hot. It's crazy hot in here, in the workshop. I haven't, as I say, I haven't sealed the door properly, so it's getting too much air. And when I have sealed that door and I get me gasket material, which I've ordered, it should be here this week, I'll come back. I need to sort this fella out. Look at him. He's a wee bit holy there. Oh yeah. That's stainless steel, so obviously it didn't rust. The top was just a bit of mild steel, very thin stuff which is rusted. So I'm just going to replace that. Then I can have my spinning cowl back on, and it will stop all that nasty rain running down the flue and rusting the top of my rocket stove. Something else I will do this week. So I've decided the forging press build is on, and I've now got all my prices together. I know what I want. I've been talking to Jason at Willowwood Knives, and Jason, I've just had a word with Jason. He sent me some excellent advice, and I've kind of relied on the hydraulics company to do the figures for me, and so I hope they're right. But what I'm going to build is a 20-ton press, which should run at around 1 inch per second. It's 20 ton of force. It's a 5 horse, three phase motor, 30 litre tank. The pump, I don't know what the pump is, it's just a pump. But I'm going to build it on H-frame, so that is upcoming now soon, guys. It's a 5-inch ram with a 12 inches of stroke on the ram, which I'll restrict down to probably about 8 inches because I don't need it. I don't need all that whole 12 inches of stroke on the ram. So yes, that will be coming very soon because I'm ordering it all tomorrow. I'm getting some parts from various different places. Hopefully within the next week, all that will be here. I have got the steel already, which I've got to pick up next week, and we will start the forging press build. I've got a couple of, I've not done any knives, as I say. This summer it's been a no knife summer because I've just been busy working, but it means I can afford to build a press now. A couple of knives I finished off this year just recently. That twisted Damascus clad core woe-on cord knife. I finished that, I put a handle on it, customers delighted with it. Also another little bushcraft knife with a little trapper sheath, managed to get that one in. I've got a clip of them, I'll put it in now. I'll just clean these up ready for the customer, hence the gloves. And I get grubby greasy finger marks on everything. This guy's going to use this knife as a fishing knife primarily, I think, so I've made this, put a little trout on the sheath for him, which I think he'll appreciate. The logo. And this is the Damascus clad knife. You see how it's come out now. That's English elm on the handle. It's been found that it's quite a few etching sessions in various mediums. Patterns quite striking. I really like it. Got some red liners on this as well. There's a gunstock oil finish on the handle, There was a few cracks and crevices in this which I filled with epoxy, but overall it's a really nice blade. A nice little size, just really fits in your hand beautifully. You can see the profile of the blade there, like a bit of a Coke bottle thing going on. Just fits in your hand really nice. And there it is in its sheath, ready to work. He sent me a picture of the sheath he wanted. I called it like a trapper sheath. And this is a 3mm fox bush blade with fire steel. And the timber is yew. Bit of oil on the blade there. The timber is yew, which has been stabilised, and hand rub oil finish again, gunstock oil finish. The 600 grit sanded finish on the blade. Really like the wood. It's a beautiful timber, is yew. If you can just get something with a piece with a really nice grain on, it's just gorgeous stuff. It really is. Again, there's red liners. There's red liners on that. Again, you can see the shape of the handle there, just really snug. There's a little bit of a flare on the front of this handle, as you can see, just a slight bit, just to flare it out, but it just fits so nice. It's wickedly sharp, being a 3mm. It's just so slicey. Yeah, very sharp 3mm blades, very sharp indeed. So, yeah, I do love yew. Let's bring in on that handle. There's a few shrinkage cracks there. They happened a long time ago as the timber was drying, actually. See how I've cut that down the centre so the grain matches and lines up. The only thing that handle has had is just it's literally just an oil finish on it, and it's got a little toggle on there of the same timber, yew. Again, a little yew fire steel. And there we are, and that is the trapper sheath and the 3mm dog bushcraft blade. So that's it, fellas. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. The Damascus something or other patron giveaway is imminent as well. That'll probably be the last bit of Damascus I forge out on my existing press. When I've built my new press, my existing press will be for sale. If there's anyone in the UK who fancies that little air actuated press, just drop me a message. Someone did ask me a couple of years ago, I can't remember who that was now, but if you're watching, drop me a line. Right lads, the fire's hot. It's too hot in here. It's probably pushing 30 centigrade now. It's 29 centigrade in the workshop. It's about 12 degrees outside. The stove is working. How long for? Do not know, but stay tuned. I'll keep you updated and we'll see how it goes. See you later.